time to do some shipping. I do have a piece of Department 56. This is the Thatchers. It's going to go out in I believe this is a 12 by 6 by 4 box. I'm literally just going to put peanuts around the edges of this one. It has heavy styrofoam inside of it, so it should be just fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I probably have a little bit too many peanuts there. Okay. Actually, I think I still have too many peanuts. Let's push these down in here a little bit better. Okay. Just like that. Perfect. I think that'll work. So I've got a 12 by 6 by 4 box. Obviously, I always put fragile stickers on these Department 56 pieces. You know, they do break easily, but, you know, they are wrapped in a heavy styrofoam. So if you've kept them in the styrofoam, they should last you a long time. But just in case, we'll go ahead and we will put a fragile sticker on here. And I'm going to drop this onto my scale, and it is going to weigh exactly a pound. So this next item is this oil diffuser. You guys saw me pick this up not too long ago. I'm going to wrap these pieces separately because I don't want the other piece bouncing on the glass, you know, while it's being shipped. So I am just going to wrap each one of them separately. You know, you have to think about those things because it sometimes just when they touch each other, you know, it could break. So I'm going to wrap them separately. And I've got the oil diffuser right here. And then I will wrap the little piece, and I'm just going to drop this right in the box right there. It has plenty of room, so it's not going to be a problem. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take this little piece, and I'm going to drop that right in the corner. This little piece is not breakable. I just don't want it scratching the other piece. So that's kind of what I'm trying to make sure doesn't happen, is I just don't want them scratching each other. So I'm going to put that one right there. And they can go next to each other. They're not gonna hurt anything. So I'm gonna put my peanuts right on top, and then I'm actually going to push them down on the side to make sure that, you know, they're completely covered in there. Maybe another handful just for, yeah, that'll work. And I'm gonna do this one. These boxes are a little bit wonky, so, and it will obviously get a fragile sticker. All right. And this box right here, sorry, let me grab my stickers before I forget. All right, this box right here is going to weigh 1 pound and 13 ounces. All right, now I have this little pin. It's kind of a, oh gosh, what do they call that? It has the faux, you know, stones on it, pearl and all that. This little pin, brooch, pendant, whatever you want to call it. I am going to put this in a padded bubble mailer, but instead of just sticking it in there and hoping for the best, I'm actually going to wrap it in plastic first, which should keep it nice and safe in there. And then, you know what, I think I'll put a little piece of tape on it. I might as well just make sure that it's not going to move around in there. Sorry, sometimes I change my idea of what I want to do as I'm working on it. Okay, so we're going to put this right in here. And then I'm going to close up this mailer. And remember, these are always going to be, they're never a standard size, so you always have to measure these. Okay, so this little U-line right here, I'm going to measure it, and it is going to be 9 by 6 by 2. 9 by 6 by 2. And it weighs 2 ounces. Next item, I actually just picked this up yesterday. So this Sonic game is going to go right in a box. I'm going to put some peanuts right on top of that just to protect it a little bit. Then I'm going to get some tape on this. Now remember, video games cannot go media mail. They are not considered a DVD. So that means this has to go regular mail. So that is an 8x6x4 box, and I will put a fragile sticker on it just because it is that time of year where, you know, things get a little rough around the post office. All right, so this one is going to weigh 8 ounces. All right, so this is another item I just picked up yesterday. This is a large Coach, vintage Coach briefcase. It is in beautiful condition. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some paper in to cover this up. It's actually going in a really nice box too, just because Carl had some packages come that had some really nice boxes to them. So we're going to have to get this one all taped up, and then I'll have to measure it because I really don't know. This is not a standard size box for me, but I mean, as you can tell, because of the size of the briefcase, this ended up being a really good fit. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And it shouldn't need too much. I'm mainly just sealing up the sides. You know, I'm trying to keep water and stuff out of there and moisture out. So we're going to get this guy just wrapped up, and we will have to take a measurement. I'm going to definitely let me get this stuff out of here. Okay, so this one I've kind of limited my space, so I need to make sure that this is on there good, because at this time of year the tape doesn't like to stick as well. So there you have it. So I am actually going to put one over this way, and I'm going to put another one lengthwise, and that should cover it. It's not going to open by any means. Okay, and this guy is going to be, so I'm going to have to say 24 by 16 24 by 16 by 5. So 24 by 16 by 5. And it is going to weigh, let me get myself a little room because it's a bigger box. 24, 16, 5, and it weighs 4 pounds, 14 ounces. All right, I have this really cute little kitty and bear mug. It is made by, who's this made by? Gibson's Greetings. So the old Gibson's Greetings. I think you used to be able to find those at a card shop, and I don't think the card shop is around anymore. Gosh, I can't remember the card shop at the moment. Oh, you know what? I think it was American Greetings. They used to have card shops. Okay. So we'll get this guy wrapped up. It's not a big mug. It's a little bit of a smaller mug. So I actually took a 6x6 box for this guy. So we're going to have to see if he's going to, oh yeah, it's got plenty of room in there. Okay, so I'm going to have it go upwards because it's not even touching the sides. So we'll just go ahead and put some more peanuts in there. And I do feel like I have a lot of glass going out today. So the shipping does take longer when I have glass going. So I am actually just going to put a little bit more in here just because I can. And this is a 6x6 box. And it will get a fragile sticker. All right. And this guy weighs 1 pound and 1 ounce. And there's my stickers. All right, I have 2 of these. These are actually, these are the Dansk Mesa salad plates. So I had 2 of these going out. I've already wrapped the other one and put it in the box. These are both gonna go in a 10 by 10 by 5 box. So they'll fit. The diameter of these plates is only around 7 inches. So they're salad plates. They're not dinner plates. So we'll just go ahead and we'll get this one taped up. Oops, sorry, I keep dropping it. And then we'll just put some more peanuts in there. We want to get it around the sides in this box. Then I'm probably just going to put this one, I'll probably put this one upside down, and then I'll just go ahead and fill that with peanuts. And honestly, because I have so many peanuts in there, it'll squish down in there. And it is going to get a fragile sticker, but this box will hold it nicely. Nothing's going to move in there, so that's good. So we'll make sure we have some tape on there. Whoops, okay. And we will grab our fragile stickers. And this box is going to weigh 2 pounds, 2 pounds and 8 ounces. All right, now I have this really pretty. She is a buyer's choice, and I believe she's a Williamsburg woman. So we're going to get her wrapped up, and she gets bubble wrap. She actually has some salt glazed mugs in her hand. So I do want to make sure that the mugs don't break or get knocked around. So I will have to make sure she's got bubble wrap on her. And I've got my peanuts sitting over here. All right, perfect. And I'm going to make sure and wrap the bubble wrap a little tight around the mugs, because like I said, I don't want these mugs breaking or, knocking into each other. So I definitely am putting the tape and pulling it tight right over the mugs so that they do not move. Yeah, and they don't move. I'm going to put some peanuts in here. All right, and she's gonna go in there. I have her kitty corner. This is actually a 12 by 10 by 6 box. The girl ones are not as tall as the boy ones. If it was a boy one, I definitely would put her in the 15, but she can go in the 12 by 10 by 6. She has plenty of room around her, and I will stick the peanuts down in the corners so that, she sits in there nicely. And my buyer's choice always get a fragile sticker. Just have a few more things to get out in today's load. All right, perfect. And she is going to weigh 1 pound, 9 ounces. So this is another item. I literally picked this up yesterday. This is a Nikon camera, and it sold within just a few hours of me listing it. Oftentimes with cameras, that's kind of a normal thing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to grab a piece of paper and put this on top, because I don't want them to cut into it or into the case. It's still a $100 camera, so I'm going to go ahead and get that in there. Put that right on top there. And I will give this camera a fragile sticker as well. So we will get this done, and I think we have one more item, maybe two. I can't remember for sure. All right, perfect. And we will take a couple of fragile stickers right there. And this camera is going to weigh 2 pounds and 1 ounce. All right, so I have a pair of really, really nice UGG wedge booties. These are actually going to go in a 12 by 10 by 6. They're actually like a little bit bigger size of a shoe. And you know what? I'm gonna grab some, sorry about that. I'm gonna grab some paper and use a little of this paper too. I like to wedge things in. So we'll just put a little bit of paper right over the top. And then we will get this all taped up. Perfect. All right, perfect. So I did use a 12 by 10 by 6 box for this. and it weighs 2 pounds and 8 ounces.